Hello and welcome back to my second part of the lesson about wet cyanotype. So today I am taking the wet cyanotypes that I showed you in my previous video, and they are now dry and at their full blue colour. So I'm just checking them out and deciding what kind of paint I might use to hand tint the images. Hand tinting is probably as old as photography itself, and it's a really lovely way to create artworks that are slightly different to the norm. So it's that beautiful blend between fine art process and photography. I'm just using cheap acrylic paint, and what I've done here is poured in a tiny bit of soapy water. It's not massively soapy, there's just a little bit of it in there. And when you mix your acrylic paint with slightly soapy water, it essentially makes it act like watercolour paint. So what I'm doing to these dry images is painting on a small amount of normal water without any soap, and I'm using that to pick out the outline of the fuchsias, and then I am dabbing in the extremely watered down acrylic paint. I'm doing it in this fashion because I don't want there to be too much colour clogging up the image. It needs to be subtle and add to what's already there rather than being really distracting, or at least that's my thought process. Also, if you're working with acrylic paint and you put that on really thick, it's just going to cover over all of the detail that you had created in your cyanotype piece. Don't over egg it, don't use your paint too thickly unless it's an intended design thing. I have worked into the 4 pictures that I made the other day in a kind of factory process. So I've done 1 layer of orange, then as I've gone round I've done all 4 of the pieces, then I've done a layer of green, and then as the final layer I have done a red, slightly rose colour. And the type of look that I was going for with this was like a watercolour painting in summer rain, and I think I achieved, quite a nice array of texture, and there's some interesting combinations going on with the colours. So that's it, that's all I wanted to show you. You can do this with obviously watercolour or acrylic, as I've shown you there. And if you do love working in acrylic, then you might as well use what you've got.